Wow. Avengers Endgame. It's finally here. Finally. Avengers Endgame is now the 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And again, like Infinity War, this is directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, starring a bunch of people. To just get this out of the way, this review is completely 100% spoiler free. No spoilers in this review. And if you are worried about spoilers, if I'll spoil anything in the slightest, please do not worry. You are safe here. There will be no spoilers in this review. To sum up the plot quickly, this is the aftermath of Avengers Infinity War, when Thanos collected all of the Infinity Stones and snapped his fingers. Half of population has been wiped out, and the remaining Avengers are teaming up to try to fix everything, and that is all I'm going to tell you. Now, it would be an understatement to say I was excited for this movie. I was so pumped for this movie. I absolutely loved Avengers Infinity War and just amazed what the Russo brothers did with that movie, balancing so many characters and stories well without it being too messy or convoluted, making a story that was well organized and flowed well, surprisingly. The action is fantastic, the visuals are terrific, the musical score is excellent. Everyone in the cast is great, making Thanos a compelling villain, and especially an amazing ending that both took risks and was very emotional. I absolutely love that movie. One of my favorite MCU films, easily. I was excited to see where things were going to go after Infinity War, the aftermath. I wanted to see more. After Infinity War, I said, just give me the next movie, please. Now Avengers Endgame is finally here and time flies. I felt like the teaser trailer for this movie came out yesterday. Now I finally seen it with my eyes. It's just amazing that we're finally here. There's been so much build up to this movie, so much anticipation, and when it got closer to the release date, I was shaking, sweating. This was my most anticipated movie of 2019. I was so incredibly excited for this movie, and I finally saw this movie, and I gotta say, this was an epic. Avengers Endgame is absolutely incredible. Just Russo brothers, both of you are the best directors in the MCU. I loved Avengers Endgame. This was amazing. Now, one of the reasons why I like the MCU so much is because the characters and the cast too. Developing these characters so well, making them likable and entertaining, along with casting the perfect actors to play these roles. It's just amazing what they did with these movies, and the great cast too. You can pretty much tell in this film that everyone is 100% game. They were so ready for this movie and they gave it their all. If I had to choose a few standouts of the cast, I would go with Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and Jeremy Renner. They were all amazing, and I love the directions where they took their characters this time, and everyone in the cast was great too. Not one weak or bad performance to be seen. Everyone was good to great. Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Don Cheadle, Paul Rudd, Bradley Cooper. Everyone did a great job. And the Russo brothers, they definitely know what they were doing with this story. They were 100% confident behind the camera, knowing how to make a well-organized story despite how many characters are in this movie, flowing well with the tones and the stories, along with the great emotions and the stories for the characters. Like Infinity War, they continued to take risks, and there were definitely some unpredictable moments that had my jaw dropped, along with delivering some amazing action scenes and some great visual effects too. 4 great films out of 4. Russo brothers are the best working directors in the MCU. They did an amazing job with this story. And this film is 3 hours long. This is the longest film in the MCU, and I think it's the perfect length. I was glued to the screen in every scene of this movie. There wasn't one moment that bored me, and I was thinking, when is the end credits coming? I kind of want this to end. I didn't want this movie to end. The more it went on, the more it grabbed my attention, and honestly, I wouldn't mind if it went on longer. This movie was perfectly paced. Even with its slow building of character moments, and slow building not in the bad way, it was the perfect pacing for these characters to have conversations and making us care for the characters with a constant sense of urgency. Just go, go, go. There were still plenty of emotional moments that hit me hard. This is definitely one of the most emotional films in the MCU, and surprisingly, this was a lot funnier movie than I expected. The trailers may seem like this movie is just going to be a very sad and depressing, it's like, oh no, everything's sad, but surprisingly, there was some good comedy in this movie. Didn't expect to laugh this much from Endgame, and there were some surprisingly funny moments in this movie. Most of all, the third act of this movie, all I can say is, it was worth the price of admission. It is absolutely jaw-dropping and phenomenal. Just absolutely go see this movie for the third act. Just without spoiling anything, it was incredible. And the Russo brothers did a very good job at trying not to spoil anything in the trailers and saving some surprises. As for issues, I honestly can't think of anything. Honestly, I can't really find one flaw with this movie. Overall, Avengers Endgame is absolutely incredible. It was worth all the hype and build up to an emotionally satisfying conclusion to the Infinity Saga. Well done, Russo brothers. Well done, Kevin Feige. Well done, everyone at Marvel Studios, for making an amazing film. Everyone cast is fantastic. The action, the visuals, the emotion, the comedy. 3-hour runtime was great too. Everything about Avengers Endgame just worked so well. I absolutely love this movie, and I'm not sure where it would rank on my MCU ranking, despite that I've only seen the movie once and I really want to see it again. I think I'm going to need plenty of time and a rewatch to see where this movie ranks on my MCU ranking, but all I can say is it's pretty high for now. Overall, I am excited to do this, and I was hoping to give this rating to a new release soon. Today's today. I am going to give Avengers Endgame, but bam! 5 out of 5 stars. Incredible, amazing, jaw-dropping, emotional, and satisfying too. Absolutely amazing. Just go see Avengers Endgame. Just please go see it, and please avoid spoilers too. Just, I loved Avengers Endgame so much. It's definitely one of the best MCU films, if not the best. I'll decide on that on a rewatch and more time to think, but it is absolutely incredible. Please, go see Avengers Endgame. Definitely if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is absolutely fantastic. Russo brothers, well done. So what do you guys think of Avengers Endgame? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.